Hello, fabulous Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the year of 2015 general focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. I do think that as the year begins, it is sort of a quiet energy, an extended quiet energy, if you will. And it really is going to be in March, as spring begins, in March, that things really start to change for you. And that is largely due to the fact that there will be a new moon eclipse, a solar new moon eclipse taking place in your sign. And that promises a brand new beginning, one that is dramatic, one that is brave, and one that takes you off of one path that you've been traveling and puts you on another one that feels right, that resonates as exactly what you need to move powerfully forward in your life. What I absolutely love about eclipses is that they bring you back onto the path that your soul desires to travel. They bring you back on course with a loving fate that is moving you towards greater love and greater wisdom. And more than anything, they get us all. When there's an eclipse, all of us are asked to be honest in at least one way, in at least one area of life, about where we are. And very often it's a truth that's been a long time coming. For you, when there is an eclipse in your sign, and a new moon eclipse at that, it is about you being honest about you, who you are now and who you are today, where it is that you're ready to shed the past and begin again, what it is now that you're ready to move into as part of a new understanding of who you are. What does that look like, and how are you going to embody that? Those are the types of understandings that come up. Now, this particular eclipse, it is happening, as I said, in your sign, and it does promise a brand new year, a brand new start. And so while other people are thinking about, and it seems that overall for the collective, the energy might be a little bit more chatty, if you will, in the early part of this year. For you, I see that actually being a very subdued energy. And it really is in spring when things start to kick into overdrive on many fronts. On the front of you knowing yourself and what you want, but then on the other hand, financially as well. And there are set to be some financial changes this year. One of those, and some of those financial changes really have to do with the fact that, again, we're going to have a series of eclipses that happen in parts of the sky for you that have to do with finances. And we are looking at the early part of April, and we're looking at the late part of September of this year. In addition to that, we have the final sort of moment taking place in this long-term conversation that's been happening between Saturn and Uranus since 2012. You bring this all together, and it does suggest that who you know yourself to be and what you believe it means to be you as you earn an income, what it means to actually align yourself with a higher calling to generate greater prosperity for yourself. All of that is set to get some very healing energy and set to go through some changes as well. You've been engaged in this extended process since 2012, and this is a year of breakthroughs, particularly the financial kind. Now, in the spring, the financial opportunities are likely to be those that are associated with things like grants, loans, bursaries, insurance payments. It's sort of like these one-time checks and incomes and bonuses and commission payments that come in. However, the particular conversation between Uranus and Pluto has been speaking to earned income. It's been speaking to money that you actually earn, whether it's from a salary or what you do, what energy you give, so that you can have returned to you a measure of prosperity that allows you to provide for yourself and to whom those you are responsible. Once we get you to the fall, now the fall has financial changes, and mainly it looks like you are moving very powerfully towards the future, but there's also an understanding there of what you no longer want to do. And so there's an element there of closure, an element there of understanding what either you don't want to do anymore, what you no longer have to do anymore, and a deeper understanding of the path that you've been walking, where it is that aspects of that path you're ready to leave behind. And so these are some really powerful changes happening. If you are one of those people who has your own business, this is you refining your offerings and realizing that there's some sources or types of offerings that you really don't want to be offering anymore, because you want to do more of something else, because you believe it will create greater prosperity for you. Here's the thing, it is ultimately an eclipse, and as I said, they bring you back to the path that you were always meant to travel. And so if you are one of the few Pisceans out there who goes through a dramatic shift in terms of where you are right now in terms of your work, well, just know that if a situation ends, you really should be okay with that, because it has served its purpose in your life. And that's a likely scenario for a lot of Pisceans out there. But if you are one of those people who, it's not necessarily about what's ending, it's more about what's evolving. If you've been one of those people who's been as conscious as you are able, has been striving this whole time to align what it is that you do with a higher calling in order to create prosperity for yourself, if you're engaged in that, then you are going to find that the eclipse that takes place is a time of tremendous financial breakthroughs, very, very much to your liking. In fact, just almost overnight, or in the span of a few days, you could go from one income bracket to a totally different, much higher income bracket as well. With eclipses, I do believe that a lot depends on the level of consciousness that you bring, and how aware you are of your emotions as you're traveling, and how aware you are of where it is that the universe is inviting you to go as part of moving your life positively forward. One thing is for sure though, there is a lot of personal change on offer this year, but there's also a lot of financial change and progress on offer this year as well. All of this leads me to suggest that you are coming to know who you are very differently. You are coming to understand just who it is that you desire to be most in the world, and from that place of self-knowledge, from that place of power, true prosperity can arise.